Good afternoon, Charlie Velasquez here for Rugby in Florida and TFRO. I'm here with Mr. Chris Roehm, which is not only a referee, but a great supporter of our podcast and our website. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
You were not expecting to be here today, right?
I just got a call around 1 o'clock saying you need a ref, so I was happy to jump in and do it.
And you're a brave man coming to the 305 from Broward.
Yeah, there's about 10 different ways to get here on the highways, and I'm not sure how I come from that way or come from that way. Half the time, it's hard to keep straight.
Listen, you've been around for a lot of time. How long have you been reffing?
Yeah, today is the first game of my 37th season as a referee.
I'm not going to ask how old are you.
I'll be 61 next month.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about your beginnings. There's always this first game,
yeah,
right? That you guys never forget.
I was playing for the Gators, and after the men's game,
you were a college player.
I was playing in college. Yeah.
Okay.
Senior year in college, and the women came over to our after the match. You know, and we were sitting around, and they said they needed a ref, and one of the guys, Martin England, was a pretty experienced player. He actually had a whistle. And he said,
"You need a whistle for sure."
He said, "Veggie, here's the whistle. You know most of the rules. Why don't you go ref?" And I said, "Okay." So I went and I refereed the game. It was Florida State it's actually Tallahassee Rugby Club against the UF women.
And you were telling me before that you had a little special thing in that game, right?
Yeah, I am confident that no referee ever in the world can make this claim that I can make.
Okay, that's a big one. Okay.
Yeah, but wait till you hear it. So in that very first game that I refereed, there were two future world champions playing on the field that day. Now normally I ask people in the bar, I tell them that story and I say, how can that be true? And they start counting down, well, South Africa, New Zealand, England has won. Who could I have possibly ref? But they don't think it was the women. So the United States women, of course, won the Rugby World Cup. I think it was 1994. And that day, two players on the field were in that first game I ever ref, Kathy Flores and Candy Orsini.
Wow.
So I think that's a pretty good claim that first game I ever refed, two future world champions were on the field there.
So in all these years, how do you view Florida rugby over the years in terms of knowing the rules, behavior? How's it been for you personally?
I view it very, very positively. There's always some exceptions and bad eggs, but I think by and large, people out here to play the game, by the laws in a gentlemanly spirit and all of that. I think that I really don't think the referee abuse maybe is as much of a problem as sometimes it's made to be. Of course, when it happens, it's a big deal and it gets a lot of attention, and that's correct. And we have to eliminate that.
And your experience, has it been bad?
It's not bad. I just feel like I don't let people abuse me. It takes two to tango, and I don't let them. I don't fight.
Punch them in the face or something?
Yeah, I turn the other cheek and run away.
What is your preferred Division 2 ref these days?
What do you mean by that? Who's my favorite ref?
No.
Oh.
Well, you can tell me that also, but what division? Like high school, men, women?
Oh, I like to referee at all levels. I think all of us, as long as you still have your fitness, you'd like to referee as high a level as you can. So I would like to ref, men's Division 2 in Florida if they let me. But I think there's a lot of good young refs that are deserving to get those games.
We don't have a lot for sure, because we're struggling.
Well, we have a lot that have moved on.
Yeah.
Bigger and better things.
Sure.
Yeah.
What would you say to people watching why they should become a ref?
Yeah, I would say, and I like to think I had a little hand in paving the way for some of these refs, a very little hand, because I was a territorial referee back in the 1990s, and I say that today the opportunity is way better than ever before. I mean, you asked me if I went to the clinic before my first game I refed. They didn't have any clinics. We didn't have video. Terry Day said, "Here's the law book, Chris. You read it, and then call me." Over the next 3 or 4 weeks, we'd have an hour-long phone call in the evening, and he'd read the laws to me, and he'd tell me what they mean. And that's how I learned the law way back when. But I think today there's so much more opportunity to learn to be a ref with the clinics, with the videos, with the coaches, being able to watch it on TV. I could never watch rugby on television.
Yeah.
When I started, this was back in the 1900s when I started reffing, and you couldn't even get it on TV. And if you were lucky to get a VCR of a game, where you could watch the ref. But now there's so many great, turn on the YouTubes. on the YouTubes too, and even like the game management guidelines. I think if the players and the coaches aren't reading the game management guidelines, that's a big mistake, because that's basically telling the ref how to ref the game, and it's easier to understand than the laws, and it tells you how we're supposed to ref. So the coaches should be coaching to that, the players should be playing to that. But as you know, you watch Cisco come up since his first day reffing, but there must be 5 or 6 international refs from Florida right now. Khalil, Haley, Alex Weiner, and I'm forgetting more, but of
course you are.
There's a lot of opportunity to referee. It's a great way to stay in the game. It takes the right person to be a ref. I mean, I'm a maverick. I'm a loner. I don't work well with others. That's why I'm not a coach, right? That's why I'm a ref. Is like, it takes a certain sort to be that. But by all means, have a run. And you'll get so much support from the union, from the teams, from your own club, from the referees, from the referee coaches. There's a lot of opportunity there to learn. And
any mentor you would want to mention in your career that has helped you out?
It was obviously Terry Day. And Terry Day for sure mentored me from way early on. So I came back from college and I hadn't thought about being a ref, and I was playing a match with Fort Lauderdale, and I accidentally mentioned to Terry that I'd refereed a game before, and he's like, "Okay, you're a ref," and that's how it started. That's how it started.
He wouldn't let you go, of course.
Yeah, I did get to ref a few games in Gainesville after that women's game because they needed refs. So I got to ref like Concordia University, and I got to ref a couple of touring sides, and I told Terry that, and he's like, "Okay, you're a ref. Come on."
Hey, you want to mention the worst team to ref?
The worst team to ref?
Yeah, here in Florida. You want to mention them?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I can't think of that there's a worst team.
And the best one?
I'm trying to think of a funny comeback to that. I think the best team is the two that are out there today, right? On any given day, I mean. So, I think what's his name? The Welsh best ref in the world, Nigel Owens. He said about your question before, like, what level do you want to ref? He would ref the cup final and the under 14s the same way, and go out there and try to give the players the best game that they could possibly have. And I think that's what it's about. I think that's what it's about. So just want to show up on the day and do a good job. And the best is when somebody comes over to you, like a parent of a high school kid, and thanks you for reffing. That nice. Makes you feel pretty good.
Because sometimes they come and they say something else. Right?
Well, every once in a while, but it's really not that bad of a problem. Yeah. But when the parent says, thanks for reffing, like my daughter never played any team sports before. They love rugby, and so to be a part of that is obviously why we're here. It's so much fun.
Okay, Chris. I hope we'll see you for a few more years.
Yep, God willing.
When are you planning to retire?
I say if I can't run around, I'll retire. But I certainly don't want to be a referee coach. And as long as I can run, I want to be a ref. So hopefully a few more years. Okay. I think Terry refed until he was 70.
Wow. Well, thanks for coming down today, because we didn't have a ref for this game, and
it's my pleasure.
And you were the hero for the day.
Well, thank you. Hey, I forgot I should get paid too.
Oh, go. Okay.
Gotta go collect.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Good job.
3, 2, 1.
Suck in my gut.
Yeah, let's do that shit.